Trump and his administration is continuing to go after anyone who gets in their way, however that happens to be. So, for instance, they fired US Army lawyer Christopher Day because they considered that he was granting asylum to too many people and thus defying the Trump administration priority to reduce immigration and, in fact, to deport people. And then they are Letitia James and James Comey. So Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, who prosecuted Trump in New York a few years ago, and James Comey was leading the FBI during its investigation into Russia's interference in the 2016 presidential election. And a few months ago, at the urging of Trump, the Department of Justice prosecuted both Letitia James and James Comey on pretty spurious charges. And then recently, both cases were just thrown out by the judge. And then in December, shortly before Christmas, the Department of Justice basically doubled down and said it was going to appeal those dismissals. And this is after they had previously tried and failed to add a third felony charge against Letitia James. And then a few days later, so just after Christmas, Trump then again threatened the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, and basically threatened to have him sued for gross incompetence over renovations to the central bank's headquarters, which is a theme again that he's returned to over and over again this year. So the media also got attacked. So Trump, in a midnight social media rant, called the New York Times the true enemy of the people and said that they were a security threat that must be stopped. A day later, Trump moved on to the broadcast media and attacked CBS and its liberal chat show host, Stephen Colbert. So Trump wrote on social media that CBS should put Colbert to sleep, called him a pathetic train wreck, and then went on to attack ABC and NBC as well and threaten their broadcast licenses if they negatively covered the president. Finally, his favourite targets, Democrats. On Christmas Day, Trump did a Christmas message, and in that Christmas message, he labelled Democrats as radical left scum. A day later, Trump called for the release of all Epstein materials that named Democrats. So he wrote on social media that it was Democrats who'd worked with Jeffrey Epstein and then demanded that the Department of Justice release all of their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping our country. And a day after that, on social media, he falsely accused Democrats of wanting to take away our fossil fuels so millions would freeze and starve, and also called people who vote for Democrats dumb and suicidal.